there, but here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Now after the made field goal, Hauschka back out onto the field to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets get the quick strike touchdown. Gostkowski for the point after. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
14, Bengals 3.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Steps away to his left. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. But Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Kill. Blue draw quarters. Hey, high 7. 5.
He'll look to throw. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 30-yard line.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. 2nd and 3. He finds his running back, Mixon. And they move this all the way down to the 9. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up grit and see what happens.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
They come out here in the I. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Leo!
Mixon trying to punch it in. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's a run with Mixon. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are back within a single score. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But
a fight for the football, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering, and now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Ready?
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
2nd and 1. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Quinnen Williams able to get in there and drop him behind the line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He connected on his first, this from 41. Hauschka's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a one-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Mike, check, 59. Here we go. Shit. Hey, ready, shit. Go, ladies. Hey, echo.
And now with the play clock winding down, Adam Gase says, let's take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Go, ladies. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Here it comes. 59. Bravo. Check. 59.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. A good pickup there at 22.
Let's go.
By the end of last year, Herndon had solidified himself as the primary tight end for New York. And overall, second leading receiver in 2018 on the team behind Robbie Anderson. In fact, his 39 catches, most among rookie tight ends in the league a season ago. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Darnold from the gun. This one caught by Crowder and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Here's Darnold. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check. 2 jet bombers. 2 jet bombers.
Again, it's Bell. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third.
Pilot, 64, reach. Ready. 4 down. That's it. Check. 59. Wrap. Check 50.
Now it's Darnold. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They come out here in the I.
Mike's 59. Come. Oh, lady.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets will extend their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop. At the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll stay on the ground, mixing again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Ready, ready.
Hey, we got Mike 50, huh? Let's go, deep, tighten up. Let's go, deep, tighten up.
Looking to throw. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 23. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
25, check 25, check 25. Ready?
And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. A big play, 3rd and 2. This crowd dying for a stop. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career, and Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down. Bell, of course, 3-time 1,000-yard rusher. Sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Bell a first down and then some. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal.
First and goal, New York.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. A first carry for Trenton Cannon. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Trenton Cannon, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. The point after try for Gostkowski. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Next to score, Jets 28, Bengals 13. Steven Gostkowski sets the kickoff.
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll break the huddle, send 3 receivers left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. Buying time to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Steve McClendon there on the stop. A gain of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
The Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 16. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run.
Check, 59. Hey, man, watch the boot. Watch the lady. Mike 5'9". Watch the run.
Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing. On the catch, it's Crowder. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
18 on the play. First down, Jets.
Time. 50, Mark 50. Watch the out.
Watch the motion.
They'll run on first down. Bell. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up second and 13. They'll go again with Bell. Finding some room at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now after the run by Bell, here's another first and 10.
I don't even know why this team showed it.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Jets, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.